Welcome to Science Meets Adventure, exploring nature's secret. Today, we journey into one of Southeast Asia's most extraordinary wonders, Batu Caves in Malaysia. A place where geological time and divine faith converge, where stone and spirit tell the same story, and where nature's slow creation has become the stage of human devotion. Rising dramatically just north of Kuala Lumpur, the towering limestone cliffs of Batu Caves stand as both a natural fortress and a sacred sanctuary. From a distance, the golden figure of Lord Murugan gleams beneath the tropical sun, guarding the entrance to a world older than civilization itself. Long before pilgrims and temples, before even the first humans set foot on this land, Batu Caves began its story beneath an ancient ocean. Over 400 million years ago, in the depths of the Paleozoic era, this region was covered by warm, shallow seas filled with coral reefs. Layer by layer, the remains of marine organisms built vast limestone beds, slowly solidifying into rock. As tectonic plates shifted and the land rose from the sea, these ancient reefs emerged, sculpted by time into the massive limestone hills we see today. Over millions of years, rainwater, slightly acidic from carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, began to seep into cracks in the rock. Each drop dissolved a tiny fragment of limestone, carving tunnels, chambers, and vast cathedral-like caverns. This natural process, known as chemical weathering, is what created Batu Caves. Inside, gravity and water worked hand in hand, forming stalactites that hang from the ceiling and stalagmites that rise from the ground. These formations grow incredibly slowly, only about an inch every 100 years, meaning some of what we see today began forming long before the age of dinosaurs. Each glittering mineral drip is a marker of time, a silent witness to millions of years of Earth's transformation. Inside the caves, life thrives in the most unlikely of places. In the cool darkness, a miniature ecosystem survives. Bats flutter through the shadows, swiftlets build nests high on the walls, and rare insects, perfectly adapted to eternal night, navigate using touch instead of sight. The humidity remains constant, creating a microclimate ideal for mosses, ferns, and microorganisms that depend on the cave's mineral-rich air. To biologists, Batu Caves is a living laboratory, a place where they can study how life adapts in extreme, lightless environments. Every organism here tells a story of resilience, of life's ability to find a way even in the depths of stone. The caves are not just hollow spaces. They are breathing ecosystems that have evolved in silence for millennia. Yet Batu Caves is more than a geological or biological marvel. It is a sacred space deeply intertwined with human faith. In the late 19th century, Tamil traders who migrated to Malaysia discovered these magnificent caverns. To them, the soaring limestone chambers resembled the spiritual mountains described in Hindu mythology. They dedicated the main cave to Lord Murugan, the Hindu god of war, wisdom, and victory. In 1891, a Hindu leader named K. Thaipusam Pillai built the first temple inside, transforming a natural wonder into a divine sanctuary. Since then, Batu Caves has become one of the most important Hindu pilgrimage sites outside of India. Every year, during the festival of Thaipusam, millions of devotees from around the world gather here. They carry offerings, perform rituals, and climb the 272 brightly colored steps leading to the temple cave, often barefoot, as a gesture of faith and endurance. The air fills with chants, drums, and the sound of devotion. Some pilgrims pierce their skin or tongues as acts of penance, while others carry kavadiris, ornate structures symbolizing burdens offered to the gods. The sight is both powerful and deeply human. A moment where spiritual ecstasy meets physical challenge and where nature becomes the witness of devotion. At the foot of the stairs stands the colossal golden statue of Lord Murugan, 42.7 meters tall, the largest of its kind in the world. Built from steel-reinforced concrete and coated with 250 tons of golden paint, it took 3 years to complete. For the faithful, the statue represents divine protection. For others, it symbolizes the union of art, engineering, and spirituality. It is an expression of humanity's timeless desire to reach upward, toward heaven, toward understanding, towards something greater than ourselves. For travelers and adventurers, Batu Caves is a destination that offers far more than religious significance. The journey begins at the base, where families of playful monkeys greet you, sometimes mischievously demanding snacks from visitors. The climb of 272 steps is both challenging and rewarding. As you ascend, each landing reveals new perspectives. The jungle canopy behind you, the city skyline of Kuala Lumpur glimmering in the distance, and the limestone cliffs rising majestically overhead. At the top, you step into the temple cave, a vast natural cathedral where sunlight pours through an opening in the roof, illuminating shrines carved into the rock. The sound of dripping water echoes softly, blending with the murmur of prayers. It is a moment that transcends religion, a pure meeting of a human awe and the grandeur of nature. For those seeking deeper exploration, the nearby dark cave offers a guided journey into a world untouched by sunlight. This section of Batu Caves is home to rare species, including the endangered trapdoor spider found nowhere else on Earth. Visitors navigate through narrow passages, guided only by headlamps, witnessing stalactites that glisten with mineral deposits and underground rivers that whisper through the rock. Scientists often compare it to exploring another planet, where every creature and formation tells a story about life's endurance in darkness. There is also the Ramayana Cave, an artistic marvel filled with vivid statues and murals depicting the adventures of Lord Rama. The walls come alive with color and light, turning myth into living storytelling. Beyond the caves themselves, the surrounding limestone cliffs have become a paradise for rock climbers. Over 160 climbing routes weave across the rugged surface, offering challenges for both beginners and professionals. As climbers scale the ancient rock, they not only test their strength, but also connect with a landscape that has stood unchanged for millions of years. The sensation of reaching the summit and looking down upon the temple and city below is unforgettable, a blend of thrill, serenity, and reverence. Yet, as Batu Caves welcomes millions of visitors every year, it also faces the delicate balance between preservation and tourism. The limestone ecosystem is fragile. Vibrations, pollution, and even artificial lighting can alter its natural equilibrium. Conservationists and local communities have worked tirelessly to protect this heritage, ensuring that both pilgrims and tourists can continue to experience its beauty without harming it. Waste management initiatives, ecological monitoring, and controlled access to certain chambers help maintain the site's integrity. Scientists studying the cave's microorganisms have discovered that they can provide insights into geological resilience and even climate change, making Batu Caves not just a site of worship, but also a frontier of environmental research. In this coexistence of faith and science lies one of Batu Caves' greatest lessons, that spirituality and ecology are not separate realms, but reflections of the same truth: respect for the forces that sustain life. When you step outside after exploring the caves, the scene transforms into a celebration of Malaysian culture. The streets are alive with color and sound. Vendors sell garlands of jasmine, brass lamps, and traditional sweets like laddu and jalebi. The aroma of Indian vegetarian dishes fills the air: spicy curries, coconut-rich gravies, and crispy dosas sizzling on hot plates. Musicians play devotional songs, while families sit together sharing food beneath the shade of banyan trees. It's a place where culture, cuisine, and community merge seamlessly, reminding every traveler that Batu Caves is not just a destination, it's a living experience of Malaysia's diversity. For those who wish to connect with nature, short trekking trails extend beyond the temple grounds into tropical forests, rich with birdlife and exotic plants. Early in the morning, mist drifts over the limestone cliffs as sunlight filters through the canopy, creating moments of pure serenity that few places on Earth can offer. As you stand once more before the towering statue of Lord Murugan, looking up at the cliffs that have endured for hundreds of millions of years, a realization dawns. Batu Caves is not merely a geological formation or a religious monument. It is a bridge between worlds, between science and spirit, between time and belief, between what we can measure and what we can only feel. The rain that carved these caves, the faith that filled them with devotion, and the life that continues to thrive within them all speak of a shared essence, the eternal dialogue between nature and humanity. Science can explain how these caves formed, how minerals crystallize, how ecosystems sustain themselves. Faith, on the other hand, gives meaning to their existence, turning stone into sanctuary and evolution into enlightenment. Together, they tell a story of balance, that knowledge and reverence are not opposites, but allies in our search for truth. As we leave Batu Caves, the echo of chants fades, replaced by the gentle hum of the jungle. The sunlight softens over the cliffs, and a sense of calm lingers in the air. What remains is not just the memory of a journey, but a feeling. The feeling that the world still holds mysteries worth exploring. Science Meets Adventure reminds us that every discovery begins with curiosity, and every wonder begins with respect. Like, share, and subscribe to join us again as we continue to uncover the planet's most extraordinary secrets. One story, one adventure, one revelation at a time.